Well, there's some content in the background that's going to get me in trouble on my stream. There you go.
Uh,
Yeah,
was that me?
yeah, I definitely could hear Jay and Silent Bob, and I don't own the rights to that content.
That wasn't actually that what you're thinking. So, and nothing copywritten either. So you're good.
Okay, cool. Cause yeah. Let's see here. Aw, she beat me. I'm gonna grab a 12 pack of Coke. And grab yeah. Are you sleeping in Dago's bed? Oh yeah. Ah, I have beaten you, Jewelry Prof. Oof. Let me finish this round. We'll go outside. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Hold on. Hold on. I'm almost done. Hold on. You can chill. Ow! Now it hurt. It was very painful. Chill out. Wait. Wait. Ow! It's okay, just give me a Legionnaire token. I just want a Legionnaire emblem, please. Give it to me. Legionnaire, Legionnaire, Legionnaire. No, Legionnaire, huh? Word. I only need one more. There it is. Wow, that's a lot. Wait, what? Hold, please. I have an idea. $13,000 damage. Holy shit. That is... Let's go, Draven. Oh, 4th place. Oh, and a blue. Okay, sure. We'll just put a blue on at 40. That's perfect. Ouch. Here it is. If I don't win with this, I don't know what will. That is 250% bonus attack speed to begin with and 35% heal on all damage. I got one more round in me. Where am I at here? Oh, fuck. I'm still in 4th. I survived. Top 3 and a carousel. Okay, negative 13. I get second. Nope, negative 5. I got third. I'll take third. Solid. Okay, I believe I promised somebody something. anything? Ollie, go. Ollie, get out of here. Out. Stay away from his food. Here, go to the restroom. birthday version of War Child's field rations. So, I started out with an eye of round roast that I got off of Amazon for $6. I bought like 6 of them because they're cheap. I've done some preemptive work, but not really. And I'm doing my own play on bulgogi. It's a little different than usual, but it's nice and easy. So here you see me cutting the eye of round roast around a 1/4 inch thick. You don't want it too much thicker than that, but thinner is definitely okay. For this version of bulgogi, I'll be doing it on the grill. Nice and easy. I've already got the grill going, and I've already got my rice done. The only things I did preemptively. Now, bulgogi, traditionally speaking, is going to marinate for about 24 hours. So, I went ahead and showed the process of making the bulgogi in the marinade. But I do have some pre-made to throw on the grill for everybody. So, as you can see, I'm just tearing this eye round apart. Now, I did just freshly sharpen that cleaver. It was a very special cleaver I got for my birthday. But I keep it pretty razor sharp. Now this eye round roast is actually kind of frozen. Which, honestly, makes it way easier to slice in 1/4 inch thickness. Today's video is actually an achievement for me because I think I got it done in 15 minutes or less, which is pretty darn good. So, you'll notice me filling this bowl. I did preemptively make some bulgogi about 20 minutes before this. My bulgogi only marinated for 20 minutes that I ended up cooking. I gotta tell you, it's real tasty. So, I've got the meat in the bowl. This is where things kind of throw together. Traditionally, I would use fresh garlic. I did not use fresh garlic for this because of time. And garlic powder does tend to give a very good, strong garlic flavor. Because I'm making this in a hurry and I don't want it to marinate for too long, I use the dries. Now that's about 2 tablespoons of sambal oelek. This is about 3 tablespoons of green onion. And in that jar, you're going to see some duck fat. That's going to go in a minute, but that duck fat is a secret ingredient of my own. Here you go. There's another maybe tablespoon, possibly 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. It's really to taste. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of duck fat in there. I do that because it helps with the grilling process. You don't have to use the duck fat. Heck, you don't have to add half this stuff in here. But a little bit of onion powder. Heavy on the toasted sesame seeds. You can toast them at home. You can get them pre-toasted. It doesn't matter. Just you really want those heavy amount of sesame seeds in there. This sesame oil is it's not cheap, but it's some of the best sesame oil I can find, and I tend to use a lot of it. It's very heavy in flavor. If you don't like sesame oil, or sesame oil is strong to you, I would not use very much. It is very strong. There are other brands of sesame oils. A lot of the Asian branded sesame oils tend to be very toasty, and this is a mildly toasted, but it's very strong in flavor. I kind of pre-blend it up. Now here's the thing. Here's where I add the honey, and you can use anything you want, but if you can get a hold of what is it? It's the stuff. Tamarind. Tamarind is really the way to go here, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to get a hold of. I was looking for salt. Yep, looking for salt. Found pepper, and then he hands me some salt. Perfect. So this is gonna go in a bag. A little bit of soy sauce. Some people cut their soy sauce and add a little bit of rice vinegar. I don't cut my soy sauce, and that way I don't really need to add the rice vinegar. Sometimes I'll add the rice vinegar anyway. I just happen to not have any here. so I didn't. And again, that eye of round beef roast, really cheap, super quick, and this makes it even better than it would be already for how cheap it was. But I mean, it's a crappy cut of meat, marinated 12 to 24 hours, and boom, you can't go wrong. Super tasty stuff. Grabbing a bag here. Grabbing a bag here. Whew. It's the first time I've ever dubbed a video, but throwing it in the bag, and this is going to be 12, 24 hours, nice and easy. Can't go wrong. You'll note I'm squeezing all the air out. I really just like the meat to be nice and coated. Yep, and that's going to go into the fridge. And because I'm getting better at this whole cooking show thing, you'll note the old switcheroo where I put one in and I take a fresh one out because I just made this an hour before. And like I said, you really want that to marinate for 12, 24 hours, but I'm letting it marinate for a grand total. Oop. My messy house. Welcome to the messy house. Alright, now I've had this grill running for probably an hour already. She registered at 500 degrees when I opened her up right when I got here. You really want your grill to be really freaking hot when you're doing bulgogi on the grill, because the hotter the grill, the better the charring. The charring is what makes the bulgogi. That's why all that honey in there. If you're going to make it on a stovetop, don't put that much sugar in it because it really will burn up. But if you put it on the grill, it's okay. You really want it to char on the grill. It's real good stuff. This is my silicone mitt SOS pad method of cleaning my grill. Works real good. And do remember to clean your grill before you put food on it. It gets foul if you don't. Alright, now, bulgogi, the best part about it, you saw how long it took to make that marinade, cut the meat. I mean, I'm grand total in, I'm less than 10 minutes. This bulgogi is marinated for about an hour. It's going to go on the grill. That grill's real hot, like I said. This bulgogi will cook in less than 3 minutes. War Chief's Field Rations has never been done faster. This is about to be finito and a freaking high quality meal. Like I said, I pre-made my rice. Love the Instant Pot. I use a really high-end medium grain rice. Not everybody's that fancy, but I'll give you brands on some links and stuff in the video comments, and you guys can go ahead and comment on it. But the rice that I use is really phenomenal, and it's been trial and error finding rice. I have a huge place, Ranch Market, right here in Shoreline. I love it. That's my pre-made rice. It's just a real good rice. Stays nice and consistent. Yeah. Now I did throw down some cherry and some alder chip underneath the charcoal, and so I'm also smoking a little bit, but that's a personal thing. You don't have to, but if you can, I tell you, it really increases the quality of your food. Yes, it does. We got Adrian behind the camera, so everybody, just so you know, Adrian behind the camera, he's getting in there on those food. Look at that stuff, still looks so good, huh? He's about to get special effectsy, so I apologize ahead of time. If y'all have epilepsy, I do warn you, this might be that whole shocky thingy. Maybe not, I don't know, but just for safety's sake. There you go, there's that nice eating grain.
Turn your designs into profit with Printable. Place them on any of our products and sell them on.
Hello again, my name's John. I'm a retired cook from the northeast of England in the UK, and welcome to my latest video recipe. And in this recipe I'll be making these fantastic traditional Scotch pies. They're delicious and very simple to make, and this is another one of my easy hot water crust pastry recipes. You can view the ingredients list and full written method for this recipe on the recipe page on the channel's website. I'll leave a link in the description under the video, or you can click on the eye icon top right of the screen to take you directly to the recipe page. And I'd like to thank the Patreon and PayPal supporters for their very kind help. I'll be doing the shout out and name splash a little later in the video. Okay, let's get on with today's recipe. Right, I'll start by making the pastry. Put the water in a small pan and bring it to a simmer. Now add the salt to the flour. Place the butter and fat into the hot water and stir until it melts. Make a well in the flour and add the hot liquid. Using my trusty wooden spoon handle, I'll bring it all together. At this point, I'll swap to my bowl scraper to finish it off and scrape down the sides of the bowl. Now tip the dough onto a floured surface and fold it all together into a smooth ball. Try not to overmix at this stage. Incidentally, this is exactly how you make pastry for your traditional pork pies. I do have a two-part video on how to make pork pies. I'll leave links in the description box below the video if you're interested in making those. Right, this pastry is way too hot and soft to use at the moment, so I'll cut it into two pieces. One large one for the bases of the pies and a smaller one for the tops. Now I'll wrap them in cling film or plastic food bags and get them into the fridge for at least 2 hours. Now this pastry can be made well in advance or even a day before.
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. It's easy to switch to Fi from the comfort of your home. Purchase a new phone.
Right, over the stove to prepare the filling for these fabulous pies. And for this recipe you'll need 500 grams of minced or ground lamb. Now lamb is the traditional meat to be used in these Scotch pies, but you can use beef too. Start by heating up the olive oil in a large pan that has a lid. Now add the onions and fry until just starting to soften. The traditional spices for these pies are 1 teaspoon of ground mace and 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs. Italian seasoning is very similar too. Add the salt and ground pepper. Now I'm using ½ teaspoon of pepper and ¼ teaspoon of salt. Now remember, there's plenty of salt in the pastry too, so don't overdo it, especially if you're using stock cubes to make your stock. Once they're all mixed in, you can add your ground meat. Now fry until the mince is coloured and broken down as shown. Time to add your beef stock. The liquid in this recipe will eventually become the gravy, and I'll show you how I make that a little later on. I'm using this packet of beef stock because I don't have any homemade at the moment. But you can of course use 2 or 3 stock cubes to make it too. And also you can use lamb, chicken or even vegetable stock if you prefer, as long as the stock you use has plenty of flavour. An optional step is to add a couple of small bay leaves. Now these add a wonderful flavour to the pies and the gravy, so I highly recommend you add those. Now cover your pan and simmer for 10 minutes. Once the time is up, you need to strain off this incredibly tasty stock as shown. The bay leaves as they've done their job now. Once strained, place the meat into a separate bowl and cover and allow it to cool. Now while the stock is hot, pour it into a jug and this will make it easier to skim off all the fat as shown. If you leave this fat in the stock, it makes the gravy very greasy. I discard my lamb fat as it's not very nice, but don't pour it down the drain. I keep mine in the fridge overnight until it solidifies, then I can put it in the normal waste bin. And that's it, your filling is ready. And this is another job you can do well in advance. On to rolling out the pastry. Take the larger of the 2 pieces of dough from the fridge. Flour the surface of the worktop, sprinkle a little flour on the dough and the pin, and start to roll it out. If you're not used to rolling pastry, just roll backwards and forwards in straight lines, then turn the dough 90 degrees at a time. That should keep the pastry reasonably round. Roll it till it's about 4 millimeters, that's about 3/16 of an inch thick. A good way of getting a uniform thickness in your pastry is to use these pastry guide sticks. They work great, and if I can get hold of some, I'll get them onto the website shop, or I'll have a go at making them myself. Now these are the small pie tins I'll be using, and they're an ideal size for these pies, and I'll be making 4 of these by the way. I'll leave a link in the description box below for all the dimensions. Right, I'll cut out the circles for the bases. Now you'll need to find something a little bit larger than the tins that you're using. Get as many as you can out of the first and then re-roll for the rest, which is 1 in my case. And once that's done, you'll need to roll out some smaller circles for the lids of the pies. And my largest dough cutter is an ideal size for the tins that I'm using. Right, once they're all done, grease your little pie tins. I like to use lard on mine, but you can use butter, oil or shortening. Now carefully line up your pastry base in the tin and gently press it down right into the corners, making sure you don't have any air pockets in the bottom. Just try to copy how I'm doing it. And if you've got long nails, you can use a little piece of pastry to push it down. Make sure you have a lip of pastry all around the edge, as shown. Once the tin is lined with the pastry, set it aside and do the other 3. Okay, on to filling the pies with the meat. Spoon the filling into each pie base right to the top, gently compacting it as you go, until all the filling is used up. Now take the handle of your spoon and make a hole in the centre of each one. And place a little of the stock into each hole, about 3/4 of a dessert spoon as shown. Don't put too much in or it'll just force its way out when it's baking in the oven. Too little is far better than too much. Now fill the holes back in with the back of your spoon. For the egg wash, crack a small egg into a suitable container and add a dash of milk. And whisk thoroughly until it's nice and smooth and runny. Now before going any further, preheat your oven to 170 Celsius, that's 340 Fahrenheit or gas mark 3. Time to put the lids on. Now take the lid and place a small hole in each centre. Now I use an old piping nozzle to make mine, and I'm sure you'll find something around the house to do yours. Start by brushing a little egg wash all around the rim of the pie. But be careful not to get any egg wash between the pastry and the sides of the tin, as this may make the pie stick in the oven. Now brush the underside of the lid. I like to brush the whole surface as it sets and acts like a seal in a hot oven. Now place the lid on top of the base and gently crimp the edges as shown.
What is up?
Whoa. You're on the thing. And the stuff.
Yeah, let's see if there's...
And there you go, that's one done. Now this only takes a little
I'm
practice.
watching.
Once you've done a few,
I'm
you'll
watching
find it get
videos.
very easy to make.
Alright, there we go. I finished the field ration video.
Alright. So is it posted on your or your
YouTube? It sure as shit is.
Alright, I'll drop a view.
It's
See what it's
15
called.
minutes actually. I made it in under time, which is fucking rad.
Alright, I'll check it out and I'll give you an opinion on it.
It's definitely thrown together, and I don't give a shit because it's actually pretty good for being thrown together.
Oh shit, you're live streaming too.
Yeah. Doing all of the above. I'm actually getting ready to kill the live stream though, because I want to go eat things. I want to go be a fat girl.
Alright. You know, it's not a bad idea actually. I got cake to eat.
Cake?
Yeah, I made cake today.
Threaten me with cake?
You want me to mail you some?
Mail me some cake. Mmm.
Fucking carrot cake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Just,
love carrot cake, I gotta say. Something about spiced cake, man, it's some good shit.
Bro,